1. Examine the similarities between sociology and social anthropology. Social anthropology is the term used to describe the study of other cultures through participant observation and qualitative data gathering. Social anthropology and sociology have developed in different ways during the past century, although they are comparable to one another. Scientists have studied other civilizations and promoted comparative analysis, whereas sociologists have studied their societies and employed surveys. Undoubtedly, there have been numerous departures from these patterns, resulting in occasions where the work of sociologists and anthropologists has resembled one another. Another approach to examining the link between these two domains is to identify the key differences between them. The first significant difference is that, despite sharing this concern, social anthropologists are also interested in other subjects, like people's ideas and values, even when these cannot be proven to be directly related to social behavior. In recent years, many social anthropologists have investigated other people's belief systems not only from a sociological point of view but also as being worthy of inquiry in and of themselves. Social anthropologists are interested in people's ideas and beliefs as well as their social affairs. The second key difference between social anthropology and sociology is simply that the former has concentrated mostly on social organization patterns that are typical of more developed, Western-style countries, whereas the latter has primarily analyzed them. The study of these kinds of smaller systems, where interpersonal relationships are essential, has been a major contribution to sociological knowledge, and social anthropology's methods have been developed in this regard. Last but not least, even though it also affects sociologists, social anthropologists have to cope with a translation problem that sociologists do not. The most difficult part of a social anthropologist's job is usually comprehending the language and ways of thinking of the people he inquires, which may be and probably are very different from his own. An in-depth knowledge of the language of the culture being studied is crucial for anthropological fieldwork because of the intimate connection between people's mental structures and linguistic forms. As a result, social anthropologists often give meaning and symbol interpretation more consideration than sociologists do. The social anthropologist's closest partner discipline is sociology, and the two disciplines share a lot of theoretical concerns and interests. This is a result of the greater limitations placed on their real field of research. The best social anthropologists and sociologists, however, aren't overly concerned with whether their work falls under the social anthropology or sociology umbrella.
नमस्कार और मेरे YouTube चैनल में आपका स्वागत है। मैं आपको यहां पाकर और अपनी कंटेंट आपके साथ शेयर करने के लिए बहुत उत्साहित हूं। हालांकि, मैंने देखा कि आप में से केवल 7.9% लोगों ने ही मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब किया है। इसका मतलब है कि आप में से 92.1% लोग न्यू वीडियोस एंड अपडेट से वंचित हैं। इसलिए, यदि आपने अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, तो कृपया क्लिक द सब्सक्राइब बटन, ताकि जब मैं नए वीडियो अपलोड करता हूं, तो आपको सबसे पहले पता चले, और आप कभी भी किसी भी अपडेट एंड एक्साइटिंग कंटेंट से नहीं चूकें। लेकिन आपको मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब क्यों करना चाहिए? खैर, सबसे पहले, मेरा चैनल इग्नू के सोशियोलॉजी के बारे में है। मैं टिप्स, ट्यूटोरियल्स और इनसाइट्स कंटेंट आपसे शेयर करता हूं जो आपकी मदद करता है सोशियोलॉजी को अच्छे से जानने के लिए। इसके अलावा, मैं हाई क्वालिटी कंटेंट बनाने में बहुत टाइम एंड एफर्ट लगाता हूं जो इन्फॉर्मेटिव एंड एंटरटेनिंग दोनों है। और मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके, आप मेरे ऑडियंस को बढ़ाने और मेरे वीडियोस के साथ और भी लोगों तक पहुंचने में मेरी हेल्प करें। इसलिए, यदि आपने अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, तो कृपया अभी सब्सक्राइब करें। और अगर आप पहले से ही सब्सक्राइबर हैं, तो आपके सपोर्ट के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। कृपया मेरे वीडियो को अपने दोस्तों और परिवार के साथ शेयर करें और मेरे चैनल के बारे में प्रचार करने में मेरी मदद करें। Remember to hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss a new update, and I'll see you in the next video.
2. Discuss the relationship of sociology and social anthropology with special reference to India. Introduction. Sociology is the study of social interaction and the social roots and effects of human behavior. Sociology differs from popular conceptions of human behavior in that it employs methodical, scientific methods of study and challenges many conventional pearls of wisdom and accepted assumptions of our social reality. Sociological thinking entails looking more closely at our social environment and realizing that most of the time, things are not always as they seem. Archaeology, physical anthropology, cultural anthropology, and linguistic anthropology are all subfields of the larger field of anthropology, which is the study of people as a whole. Anthropologists conduct extremely thorough and comparative studies of people. We are fascinated by the past, present, and global human experience. By residing in other cultures and acquiring an insider's perspective, cultural anthropologists can better understand societies, both similar to and dissimilar to our own. Key highlights. Anthropology explores culture more at the micro level of the individual, which is typically used as an example of a broader culture by anthropologists. Additionally, anthropology focuses on the unique cultural characteristics of a particular group or society. On the other hand, sociology often studies institutions, organizations, political movements, and the power relationships between various groups. Sociology focuses more on group behavior and interactions with institutions and social structures, while anthropology focuses more on individual behavior. While sociology is more focused on finding policy solutions to social issues, anthropology's main objective is to comprehend human diversity and cultural variances. Relationship between sociology and anthropology. Similar to sociology, anthropology is a generic science. Therefore, the study of man is what anthropology means etymologically. It is specifically described by Kroeber as the science of man and his works and behavior. Anthropology is concerned not with a particular man but with a man in groupings, with races and peoples and their events and doings. Of all the social sciences, anthropology appears to have the largest scope. It explores the relationship between man and other animals as well as his role in society. It investigates both the biological and cultural evolution of man. The field of study in anthropology is very broad. According to Kroeber, anthropology is divided into two main categories. 1. Physical anthropology. 2. Sociocultural anthropology. Physical anthropology. Physical anthropology studies man as a biological being, that is, as a member of the animal kingdom. Sociocultural anthropology. It is the study of man as a social animal. This area of anthropology, which examines non-purely biological aspects of human behavior, appears to be more fascinated with primitive, extinct, ancient societies. The major driver behind this is a desire to comprehend all civilizations, regardless of space and time, more thoroughly or according to broad principles. Culture is the primary focus of sociocultural anthropology. It discusses the beginnings and progression of human culture. Hobel asserts that sociology and social anthropology are, in their broadest meaning, the same. According to Evans Pritchard, sociology includes social anthropology as a subfield. Anthropological studies have had a significant positive impact on sociology. Sociology has found value in the research conducted by eminent anthropologists including Radcliffe Brown, B. Malinowski, Ralph Linton, Lowy, Raymond Firth, Margaret Mead, Evans Pritchard, and others. Anthropological investigations have demonstrated that there is no connection between anatomical traits and mental superiority, which contradicts sociological theories on the history of the family, marriage, private property, and religion, among other things. Conclusion: sociology and social anthropology have a tight link. The scope, areas of interest, theories, methods, and practices of the two disciplines are so similar that it is challenging to distinguish between them. This is thus because social anthropology and sociology both investigate human society and have many of the same theoretical issues and research interests. This is also the reason that social anthropology is seen by many academics as a subfield or component of sociology. Despite their similarities, there are certain distinctions between the two subjects that may be found from the early stages of growth to the latter phases, as well as in terms of the areas and foci of inquiry, preference of the use of methods,